Greetings, everyone. This is Reverend Within Starry Bar with Angel Healing Ministries, and we're here in Hempstead Lake State Park again because I ran out of time of where I was going to go, but I wanted to get this message out as quickly as possible. I only managed to get one video out today because it is almost near sunset. Sun's going down around 4:33. I just got here like around 4:05, 4:10, so it's going to be a quick. So I'm just probably going to be able to get one video in today. However, our mission statement, my friends, is our mission is to guide you on your path to find God, and to show you how important truth and faith are along your path back to God, and to show you how important truth and faith are along your path back to God. It's also true, my friends. It's very important that we have truth and faith, because truth and faith are important things that we need in life so we can move forward. As you can see behind me, we're definitely in the middle of the fall, and it is a brisk fall evening, pretty much. And but it is beautiful out here. I'm seeing I'm like right at the tail of sunset, and I'm at one of my favorite places at the pond here at Hempstead Lake. As you see behind me, here's another pond. Careful. See, there's the pond right back there, and there's still plenty of foliage around here, my friends. But it's not like it was a couple weeks ago when we were here. There was more foliage now, but because we're now in November, we're getting closer to Thanksgiving, and happy Thanksgiving to you all, just in case I don't see you again until after Thanksgiving. So the fall, what's happening, the leaves are starting to come down off the trees as fall would have it. There's still some pretty foliage, but you have to really look for it, especially when you're driving along the parkway and stuff like that. There's a lot of pretty still foliage out there to see. Anywho, what we're here to do is talk about flow, my friends. We're here to talk about flow. I'm going to come right over here. I think this is a good shot. There we go. Right in the middle of water here. Flow, I'm talking about the flow of energy, the flow of life. And as you see with the water, right now it's very still. As you can see down here, the water. But the water never resists when the wind blows. When the wind blows, the water does not resist at all. It just flows with it. Just like the trees don't resist. They flow with the wind the way it goes. At some point, though, the winds can get a little bit crazy, and what happens, the trees do fall, do come down. But it's usually after a long, long time that the trees have been standing. The one thing that does take trees down mostly is when we have lightning, when a bolt of lightning strikes the tree and knocks it down to the ground. And otherwise, trees have the tendency, and plants all have the tendency to flow with the wind the way it is, which is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to flow with the energy of the universe, allowing that energy to help us through life itself. By allowing that energy to help us through life, my friends, we find things will be a little bit easier. It's better to go with the flow than resist the flow of energy, because when we resist the flow of energy, we find ourselves in spaces that we don't want to be in. We find ourselves in sections where things are tough and hard and are rough for us. We want to make sure that we're flowing greatly with life itself. The more we flow with life, my friends, the better things are for us. The sooner we flow with life, as you'll see, the better. And when we're flowing, we don't feel as stressed, we don't feel as anxious about things. We feel that energy, that power within us that rises up from the base of our spirit, our soul. And it rises up to the high heavens. And God wants us to flow with the universe. God does not want us to not flow with the universe. But many of us make choices to go against the universe, to go against the way the flow is going in life, and we try to change it a lot, and it doesn't normally happen for us. So we get upset, we feel anxious about the situation, but we do try. And I have a bunch of birds flying by me right in front of me. Wish they could fly behind me, but that's okay. But anyhow, but that again is going with the flow, and I'm loving this. This is so cool. It's going with the flow of life. And with life, it's full of many surprises. But as we stand tall in our being, we can flow with everything as we're meant to flow. We don't want to resist a certain situation, because if we resist, try to do things our way, it doesn't normally work out at all. What happens? The universe will push us in another direction, the direction of where we're meant to go. But we will continue to resist, and it will resist, and it will take us longer to get where we want to be. And at times we may not get to that dream that we want because we're resisting the way it's supposed to go. It may take us a little while to understand how the universe wants us to flow. The best way to connect to that, my friends, is by going through meditation, prayer, and asking, what am I supposed to do next? Some people use pendulum, some people use angel blessing cards, others use Ascended Masters cards. And the one question you can ask when you do that, if you do that kind of thing, is, what is my next step? And pay attention to the message that's coming. Now, not everybody has to do that with cards. You can just sit there in your room in a meditative state and go, what do I do next, God? What is my next step? Which direction do you want me to move in? So I'm not resisting, because I've tried to resist for the longest time. I'm now accepting that you want me to go in that direction. Show me, lead me in that direction that I'm meant to go in. And listen. Sit there in that moment of silence and listen to the words. And you may get the message as focus on inner vision, or focus on meditate, things like that. By flowing with the energy of the universe and life, we move faster. We move better, considerably better in life itself. Flow is a tricky thing, but our world is constantly flowing as it's meant to flow with the world itself. So, my friends, do we resist or do we move forward? How do we go? When you resist, do you not find your way, find out that you're not making the way you want to go, making the way you need to go? When you resist, isn't life a little bit tougher than easier? Whereas when you flow with it, you'll find your way better. You'll get to your connections, your strengths, the things that you're meant to be doing. It may not be the path you were planning to take, but a path, maybe a different road that God has provided, but it still gets you to the same place and helps you move through it. When we finally accept that flow of life, see how much the stress flows away from you, how it flows away once you're going with the way the universe wants you to go. You just have to feel it. You'll know. Because a lot of people ask the question, well, how do I know I'm flowing in the right direction? Well, that's when you turn to your own self. Because one of the biggest guides is not only our spirit guide, my friends, but also our own inner guidance. Your body knows exactly if you're doing the right thing, if you're going in the right direction, my friends. If it feels right to you, if it feels like it resonates with you, then that's the step you take. That is the road you want to follow. You just listen and feel for that, because we're very sensitive, intuitive beings. And God gave us that gift to be that way, so we can tell the difference between the negative and the positive, between the right and the wrong. Because when you're going in the wrong direction, your body tells you a whole totally different story. It tells you, oh no, I don't feel right about that, or you feel sick to your stomach. It's like, maybe then that's not the right way to go. For example, in Arizona, when I was living there, and I didn't want to come home to New York, the more I resisted the return home, my friends, the hotter it became, the sicker I got. Until that one fine day, on that one dreary day, I said to my friend, after a long time of searching within myself and seeking, I said to my friend Alex, I said to her, Alex, I have to go back to New York. And the sun burst out. Like, I heard the song of, and I didn't mention this on the interview I was in, I heard the song of celestial music in my ears. Like, I knew that I was meant to go home, because the universe had been pushing me in that direction. I was only meant to get to Arizona to become a minister, because here in New York, with my family things that I have to work with, my family situation, it made it a little challenging for me. So I had to leave New York to go to another state to learn the direction that I was meant to be going in, to find out that I was meant to become a minister. And I followed that. I went to New York and I followed that after my near-death experience, that dream that I mentioned in my interview, where I saw Jesus in the light, and Jesus said to me, you need to return. And this was during a surgery I had. You need to return and become a minister. And I studied for many years in Arizona, for 2 years, because of my talents and my studies from way back when, where everything that I did led up to this point where I became a minister. See, my body knew exactly where I was supposed to go, but I'm going away from that. Back going to the story with Alex, when I told her I had to leave and go back, and I asked her, I handed her my torch and I said, could you please continue the classes we started together? And she agreed completely, and I'm sure today she's become a wonderful spiritual leader and is doing wonderfully with what she's chosen, what path she's chosen. And I thank her so much for everything she's done, and her taking over my group, our group that we started in Arizona. But you see, once I decided and flowed with the universe to return home, it was a little challenging in the beginning when I got here, because, I was still a little upset about having to leave Arizona so soon. I felt I had more to do. But in time, the universe itself led me to the place that I needed to be. Again, that's flowing with the universe. So whenever you feel like you don't know what direction you're supposed to go in, just go within, my friends. Go within and ask yourself, is this the right way I'm supposed to go? And see what your body reacts as to. And focus on that each and every day when you're making a decision. And it's always good to go into meditation or prayer and consult with Mother, Father, God, because they can also tell you which way to flow. So, my friends, as time goes on, flow with the universe. Allow the universe to direct you and lead you in the way you're supposed to go. Because you'll be impressed. As long as you stick to that path, my friends, you will be impressed about the gifts, the blessings that you will find along the way. The people that are meant to help you. And you'll see your path grow and change as it's meant to grow. So, my friends, what are you going to do? What is your choice going to be? Are you going to flow with the universe? Are you going to stay on, or are you going to resist the universe? Again, the more you resist, the more the universe pushes you in the direction you're meant to go. In the meantime, my friends, here's an affirmation I'd like to leave you with. I flow with the universe. I flow with the universe's energy. I flow with the universal energy. And in the meantime, my friends, know that you're on your path. And there's many sources out there to help you. Thank you. And if you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe. And this is Reverend Ruth Amstaria Bar with Angel Healing Ministries. Have a wonderful day and night, and we'll talk to you real soon. We love you. Namaste. Take care. Bye for now.